In this demonstration, I will show you how on selection of an option in a multi-select option set, you can show or hide a particular field. In our scenario, on selection of other, we will show an others please specify field beneath the preferred color field. A business rule cannot be used in this scenario because a limitation of the multi-select option set is that it cannot be used in business rules. So for this scenario, we will write a custom JavaScript function. I will name this function as preferred color selected and will pass the execution context as a parameter. The next thing I'll do is define the form context. Now what I'll do is I'm going to define a variable named preferred color and will get the values of the multi-select option set. I will use getValue, which is a built-in function, and in the get attribute function, I will pass the name of the logical name. Sorry, I'll pass the logical name of the multi-select option set, which I've already saved here in a text file. The next thing I'll do is I'll define a condition that if preferred color dot includes, and in this function I will pass the value which I have to check if it's included or not. So the value of other in our case is 4. So I will pass 4 over here. And now in this condition, we have to do two things. One is we have to set the visibility of the field and we have to make that field business required. We will pass the logical name of our other field over here, which is this. And we will make its we will set its visibility as true. Over here, we will use the set required level function to make the field required. Now, in this scenario, what if a user selects the other option and then unselects it? So, on every on change, we will first uh, hide the field, make its required level as none, and then check the condition again if the other option is included or not. So we will copy these two lines, paste it above the condition. We will set its visibility as false, and we will set its required level as none. One more thing we have to check is whether the field is null or not. If the value is null, then this particular function will show an error that the preferred color is null. So we will apply a check for that as well. So our function is completed. We will copy this function and apply it on this field on change. Go to events. In form library, I have a web resource named contact on change. I will select the function's name and add an event handler. Pass the execution context as first parameter. I will mark this check as yes. Once this has been published, I'll go back to the form and I will refresh it. Now, as you just noticed that on selection of other, another please specify field is visible and it is a mandatory field. Now when we unselect the other option, we see that the uh, field's visibility becomes false and the field is no longer mandatory. The field is not visible, but if I select the other option, the field become visible.